Hey y'all, so I'm sitting here doing some writing, reviewing my novel, going over some. It's been turned into an audiobook, so you can see I am working. Y'all listen. There's there's a point in this book that I wrote. It's called By This Time Next Year. I'll put the link down. Listen, basically this lady, perfect, beautiful, nerds, got it all together, career, beautiful husband. She's on her way going somewhere. On the outside, she's perfect. Inside, y'all, she's going through some stuff. So her husband passes away. And I'm reading over the part where she's at the funeral. And her mother taught her to be a strong, be a strong black woman, be a strong woman, be in control of your emotions. So she's sitting there looking at the casket. And the phrase I use is, she felt the weight of perfection just slowly drain off. And I chose that phrase, because I'm a pastor's daughter. So I remember when we were at the hospital and my father literally had just died. Like, he took his last breath. We're there and we're crying, we're hollering. And the nurse was like, y'all keep it down. There's other people here. And for the first time, me, always been in control. Always, I'm a pastor's daughter. We have to, be strong. At that time, y'all, I was like, I don't care who's here. My father just died. If I want to scream, I'm going to scream. If I want to cry, I'm going to cry. And somebody tell me it's not the time or the place. It's the time and it's the place. See, a lot of if you're a writer, sometimes you put yourself in your characters. And so my character's secret is at the funeral. Y'all, she's always in control. At some point, y'all, when I tell you she showed out at her husband's funeral, she hollered, she rolled, she screamed, she just let it out. And I wanted to show in my writing, sometimes, y'all, you just gotta let it out. I don't mean you go tearing up the nation, but look, if you want to holler and scream, y'all, and I had this also in the book, I said, there's no perfect day to have a meltdown. There's no perfect time to have a meltdown. There's no perfect place. Sometimes, y'all, you're so full of pain and so full of anger and so full of grief. You've got to let that out or you will go crazy. If you don't let it out, that means it's going to go inward. And when people try to hold it down and keep it in, you got to keep up this image. Baby, sometime you got to let it out. If you don't, I'm telling you, it's going to come up in health issues. It's going to come out in mental health, major depression, bipolar, all kinds of things, because there's so much pain in here that you haven't dealt with. So if you don't let it out, it's going to go down inside and cause you health and mental illness. That's why it's good to go to counseling if you can afford it and get to the bottom of why you are like you are. Why do you handle things the way you handle? Why are these relationships falling down? Why can't you hold a job? Why can't I keep this together? Because there's something going on in here that you need to just resolve. And sometimes you need help. Matter of fact, all the time you need help. And so anyway, y'all, I'm sitting here going through that. And I'm doing a little talk about what healing looks like. Healing looks like when you can talk about a painful situation and you don't relive it. You don't have the pain of what happened. You can talk about it and there's no pain attached in your heart. You can think about it and there's no anguish. You can talk about it free. You're like, y'all, this is what happened to me in my life. This is what happened. That's what happened. But God healed me. God restored me. I worked through it. I had counseling or God just supernaturally healed my heart. That's what healing looks like. But I was going over my novel and getting the audiobook and everything together. And I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all, that's what healing looks like. When you can talk about it and it doesn't hurt anymore. But sometimes, y'all, to get to that point, you've got to let it out. Like I said, I don't mean go and take it out on everybody else. But if you got to go in your car and scream, if you got to, tear up your house as long as you can pay to put it back together. Okay, whatever you need to do, get that pain out, talk it out, pray it out, sing it out, scream it out. And no, this ain't no one day thing when it's a deep hurt, baby. It can take weeks, months, sometimes years to get this worked out. But don't keep it in. And I love that phrase I used. I forgot what page it is. This is By This Time Next Year, I think page 35 and 36, where she felt the weight of perfection, always having to be in control. She just let it go. And baby, she let it out. And her mother was like, keep it together. She like, this is one time, baby. I got to let it out right here and right now. Y'all better pick up this book. It's really good. It's a novel I wrote. I'm going to put the link below, but y'all think this is really going to help you. Sometimes you got to, when they say let go and let God, y'all, that's true.